Hi guys, this is me, Vacuum Smith here, and today I have a video on my Yamaha Blaster again, but it's not a good video. The Blaster's tired. The Blaster is a little bit blown up, actually. It needs a refurbishment, it needs a rebuild, it needs new JB weld in the crankcase. Hold your horses. You're like, what are you going on about, you crazy kid? Alright, let's start from the beginning. Basically, for the past while, ever since we did the clutches, it leaks really badly. If this camera will focus, come on. Okay. So, it leaks oil really badly. I've had this side cover off 10 o'clock this morning, and you can see I got orange RTV all over everything. Trying to seal this up, and it's still, it just leaks, and I got a little bit of water in the oil from when I pressure washed it. It's just, it leaks oil really badly, and I couldn't figure out where it was leaking from. It literally drips down here, and then it somehow gets onto the frame. You can see the drip right there. It's all over the drain bolt. I should really turn the flash on. There's a little bit of light. It drips all over everywhere. I can't keep oil in this thing to save my life. And it's gotten to the point now where after a ride, it burns all of the gearbox oil. But what's so weird is that, and this is what had me flabbergasted before my dad broke the news to me, the clutch feels fine, it shifts through all its gears fine, and it runs fine. At least it seemed like it ran fine. Well, basically, I let my dad ride it, and he told me the JB weld's broken. And it's got a knock. A small knock. Now, yes, two strokes, when they idle, they knock like that because, riddle me that. I have no idea why they knock like that when they idle, they just do. Well, I'm talking about, and it's done this for, I don't want to say, 2 months now, and it did this with the Chinese top end. Of course it did. And it's doing it now with the Wiseco one, because I rode it a lot. When you transition in 6th gear, well, no, what I'm saying is when you're going fast and you're in 6th gear and you go from not in the power band to in the power band with a whole heck of a lot of beans applied, like that, it rattles, like the kind of rattling sound an engine makes, a two-stroke makes right before it's about to literally blow up into smithereens. And that's why I stay off the throttle most of the time, and I don't go super duper uber hard on it. Well, like I said, with all the things now, it's tired. It needs a rebuild. But it fires on the first kick, it runs fine, it's got good compression, so we're just going to put a set of rings in it, probably leave the Wiseco piston and the Gooder Amazon cylinder that got good reviews. We all know where it's made, though. But it's a good cylinder and a good piston. And while we're in there, it'd be dumb not to put new rings in it. So we'll just put new rings in it, a new wrist pin bearing, because that is still Chick-a-Lo-Main brand. Take the engine off of it. I'm going to take all the plastics off of it, pressure wash it again, and paint it a new, well, maybe not as new, maybe a darker shade of gray. That would look pretty classy, wouldn't it? Because the frame, well, it shows signs of a well-ridden 22-year-old four-wheeler, that's for sure. And this right here, I did this the first day that we got it running with the China top end. I don't know why I did this. At first, the idea was a great idea, and it does look cool if you look at it from up top. But I'm not a good painter, and I have the patience of an gnat, so it kind of looks like that. So, we're going to fix that, make it look like an actual Yamaha Blaster bumper again. And, what am I trying to say now? I don't know. Runs good, but needs a rebuild. So I've done recorded this 3 times, and I got off track again, and I didn't really make any sense. But that doesn't matter, because I'm not starting it up again. I don't want to make the main bearings worse than they already are, so I don't know if they're bad or not. All I know is that It needs a rebuild, and it does seem like it doesn't have quite nearly as much compression as it used to. But it still runs really good, and etc., etc. So the restoration is going to involve all new seals, new piston ring, potentially new crank bearings. Not the connecting rod bearing. I'm talking about the ones on the sides. All new seals. I guess it also means crank seals. Hopefully they're good quality. More JB weld. What else? Probably not reeds. The reeds, those are great. I don't know. Clean the plastics. Like I said, paint the frame. Wait for all the parts to come in. Put it all back together. Paint the engine. Clean the engine. Make it look all beautiful again. Put it all back together and have it running. And I'm going to make a series about it called Restoring the Blaster. This is part 1. The, really, really boring and hard to understand rambling section of what appears to be a perfectly fine four-wheeler. Great. Bye, guys, and see you next time. That's my Yamaha Blaster. And, well, it's going to slowly go from an already really nice-looking four-wheeler to a... You better stay away from me or else I'm